Okay, so for the second multimedia presentation, we're looking at these different videos of classroom experiences um, and what the main ideas of them are. The first video that I watched was called Building Empathy Through Community, and there was a class that was going to have a hands-on project to build a special needs student that couldn't get to class fast enough because he couldn't walk that fast, and the class decided to make him a kind of like wheelchair thing, which was a beach chair connected to a hoverboard. And in the video it said that twice a year students and teachers are given 3 days to collaborate on community projects. So a wheelchair would have costed him probably like $15,000, and the students did this with $400. That's pretty cool, and the students got to use math and different subjects during it, engineering, things like that. It was a hands-on experience, and it built empathy for the students. And one little girl, the student, said that it really helped her with her math. She understood math better because of this project. The second video was Finding Solutions to Hunger Teacher Guide. In this video, it was about a teacher's guide of how to incorporate finding a solution for hunger in your classroom. So the lady in the video said that you could use hunger as a yearly theme in your class. One of the things that she described that was pretty cool that you could start off with by introducing hunger was have a hunger banquet and have 3 different tables. One table would just be like overflowing with food, too much for them to even eat. The second table was a table that had just enough food to fill you up, and the last table just had a little rice and a little bit of water. So you could integrate science with this, with nutrition, relate that to it. It also said that hunger, there's so many things that you can incorporate with this subject. There's lots of art, music, books, even television shows that talk a lot about hunger. One of the guys that she talked about was named Harry Chapin, and he was a music artist that was a hunger advocate. The students and teachers learned that they have talents and skills that they can use to help people and overturn the forces with hunger, which is very important to know with social studies, because you need to know that not everyone is the same as you. Some people need help more than you do, or maybe you're one of those students that are struggling with having enough food and stuff like that. Okay, so the third video I watched was Wetland Watchers, Kids Care for Their Environment. This was about a teacher named Gary Gillett. He made a program called Wetland Watchers. This was located in New Orleans, so they have lots of wetlands around there. They used service learning, so they would plant trees, go look at the land, see if something was endangered. But what Gary did was he had his students plant the seeds to trees, and then the next group of kids that came and were in his class would then grow the trees and then keep growing them, so on with all the kids in his class. He said in middle school, students are really trying to figure out who they are. And, sorry, something popped up on my screen. In middle school, students are really trying to figure out who they are and where they're going. Being able to be a positive contributing member of the community is very important, which this also relates to social studies, obviously, but it's teaching them how to be a good citizen and how to be a part of their community in a positive way. And if they like doing things like that and they like helping others, or even just helping out with their wetlands that they live around or their environment, they will have an idea of what they want to do, and it will also make them kind of figure out who they are, because in middle school no one really knows who they are. Let's see. Okay. The other video was real world problem solving project based solutions. In this video, the class or the school had a whole agricultural program, and they saw that the animals were trying to get out and jump over fences. So by seeing that, they thought, oh, maybe they're not getting enough exercise, maybe they're not getting to play enough, so they started building playgrounds for the animals, the sheep and the goats to play on. So they made models of that, and then the teachers were going to pick out the best models and then actually build them in the animals' pens. And then also in this video, they talked about butterflies. They actually had a park ranger come in and look at why there weren't very many butterflies in this area this year. And it was because there wasn't enough milkweed, and milkweed is where the butterflies lay their eggs and everything. So then the students went out and planted more milkweed, and hopefully next year they'll get to see more butterflies in their area. One of the quotes from the teachers in this video was, "Connections to the outside world make learning more purposeful and more long-lasting." I definitely can see that it will be more long-lasting, because doing these things will stick with you forever. They're always going to remember that if there's not a lot of butterflies in the area, well, maybe there's not enough milkweed. Maybe we should plant that, you know? Alright, let's see, okay. And then the last video that I watched was Service Learning, Real Life Applications for Learning. This one actually gave a definition of service learning, and it was, service learning is any kind of project or unit that takes required curriculum and finds applications in the community. So that's basically what service learning is, and the idea of it. And then service learning, you end up with a real life product or meaning. But in this video, the students had a whole greenhouse, and they would work on planting lettuce, and they would actually plant the lettuce, tend to it, water it, watch it grow, and then they could harvest it. And after they harvested it, they got to actually sell it to the cafeteria lunch ladies, and they would use it in their lunches, and they could go up to the salad bar and pick out what they wanted. The lunch lady said that it was very rewarding for the children. Like, you could tell that they were very proud of it, and they would be more likely to eat healthier things that they've grown. One of the teachers in this video said that service learning can take 3 to 4 weeks, but it's going to be relevant, and the engagement of the students is much higher. I think that service learning, the engagement is much higher because the students see that they can really do something with their community and make an impact, and it's very rewarding to them and their teachers, of course. And one of the main things that I took away from all of these videos was that it's important to teach your students to be important people that can do anything they want to do. So just as teachers, we need to keep in mind that our students really have the possibility to do anything that they want to do, and we need to show them that they really can, and we need to also give them examples of what they can do and how they can do it and what the outcome of those things will be. So that's about it.